So today we will sign off on AUP, which means Acceptable Use Policy. In order to use a school's Chromebook or your own device at school, you have to agree to use that device legally and in a kind manner. So if you look at the document here, the first section is going to say what the AUP says that you're supposed to do. And then we're supposed to agree to do those things. So in the first section, it's talking about your passwords and distributing private information that's not yours. So you should not share your password. You should not send out information about other people, like their password or things that they don't want other people to know via any kind of digital media. So whether that's social media, whether that's an email, whether that's some type of class shared document, you're not allowed to do any of those things because that would not be kind. So what you're saying is you agree that I will use only my own Google account and no other person's Google account. I will only view and use networks that I am allowed to use as directed by my teacher. And three, I will respect privacy and never share private information about myself and others. In section two, you have to agree to respect and protect the integrity, availability, and security of all electronic resources. So, what you're really agreeing to in this section is one, that I understand, I meaning you, understand the school is making sure my internet experience is safe as long as I follow these rules. A, I will only use safe sites, searches, and games. I will keep my password and account private and safe. So you're not going to give out any of your account information to anyone. I will tell an adult if someone is making bad choices on the computer or the internet. So if someone in any way is bothering you, erasing your stuff because it's shared somehow in a group, is sending you messages that are either inappropriate or that are mean, that you will tell an adult. And D, I will be respectful of others' property and files. So you'll also not be mean to them and send them files that are inappropriate or do something bad to their files, like deleting them or sharing files that aren't yours to share because they're not owned by you. Then in section three, this is about being respectful and to protect the intellectual properties of others. This is kind of like copyright when teachers tell you to put it in your own words. So, number one, I will not copy or download words, pictures, music, videos, or music that is protected by copyright. So, we're going to be talking this year about copyright laws. You're not supposed to use even pictures from Google if they are copyrighted. Two, I will correctly list all resources I use when conducting research on the internet. So, we'll be learning more this year about how to give credit to those resources and correctly use them. And you're going to promise here that you will learn to correctly list where you got your pictures, your videos, your information on the internet. Section four is about respecting the community of learners in Oak Hills, not just Delhi, but our entire learning community, by reporting any kind of threatening or inappropriate materials, anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Make sure that you tell a teacher or administrator. So, what you're really saying here is you agree that I, meaning you, I will not use the computer to look at, send, copy, or create material that is rude, inappropriate, or meant to hurt someone else's feelings. So it's about being kind, no way being mean. You're agreeing not to be mean by copying or creating material about somebody else. Number two, I will tell a teacher if I see something threatening or inappropriate on the computer. So that means that you could be at fault if you don't tell that you know and you've seen it, or if someone has sent you something. Number 3, I will not use the computer to bully others. Number 4, I will not use the computer to steal information or items I have not bought, which includes music, movies, books, pictures, anything that isn't yours, that you didn't create. I will avoid sending emails that try to trick or threaten people. So, no mean emails, not trying to trick them into doing something for you. Number 6, I will delete junk email and advertisements instead of forwarding them to other people. Number 7, I will not use the computer to bug, sell, or advertise unless it is part of a project approved by a teacher. So sometimes you might send something out to a larger group of people, like a survey or something. You'll need to get permission before you do that. And then now here in the last section, just in line with everything we've already talked about, that you also agree, number 1, I, meaning you, can design web pages and can post pages as long as my teacher says that it's acceptable. So you can create a website and you can post web pages for a project as long as your teacher has agreed that's okay for the project, and that you've kept in line with all the other things, like you're not using someone else's information without credit, or that you're not using someone else's pictures without copyright. So you can't just get any picture or any video off of Google and put it on there. Number 2, I can communicate using my device if I am permitted by the teacher. Number 3, I can, these are all can, so you can use your device to email or do a collaborative Google Doc with friends, as long as it's a way to collaborate without actually being in a group with people. Number 3, I can download software and apps only when directed by my teacher. I will follow all copyright laws. So the teacher might ask you to go to Chrome, to the Chrome store, and to download an app or an extension that you're going to use in class. You can do that as long as the teacher says that you can. Number 4, I can use internet resources that are safe in my learning. These sites must be approved by my teacher. So if you can agree to do all of these things, then you are going to click on the AUP sign off and click yes. And this is everything that you're agreeing to when you sign off on that. When you submit it, there's going to be a screen that pops up that says you submitted it, and you need to show that, turn your computer around, raise your hand, and show that to the teacher so the teacher can mark you off.